I never really understood the curveballs that life can throw at you. In the spring of 2017, my grandmother needed emergency heart surgery, and over the course of 14 weeks, her condition seesawed until finally taking a bad turn and passing away on July 7th. 6 weeks later, as our family was recovering from that jolt, my other grandmother began displaying early signs of dementia, and she was admitted to Methodist Hospital. I couldn't imagine things getting worse, which only shows that I don't have a good imagination. Nothing could have prepared me for Hurricane Harvey. Our home is in a flood-prone area, and twice in the past 2 years we had water enter our home. But Hurricane Harvey was different. Previously, we measured flood water in inches. This time, we measured it in feet. Water rose over our kitchen counters. Almost everything we owned sat in foul water for several days and was destroyed. Hurricane Harvey was a non-normative or unpredictable stressor. It was an event that no one foresaw the havoc it would bring upon our lives, although succumbing was never an option or a thought. The only question was what we needed to do next to survive and move forward. The most immediate need was finding housing. Because my grandmother was still in the hospital, we moved into her apartment. Armies of people volunteered to help. People came to our home to help our family pack the belongings that could be salvaged. Shortly after moving into the apartment, we realized it would be too cramped for our family, which was 4 people: my parents, my sister, and me. My grandfather, who was newly widowed, lived 60 miles away, and since my sister was in high school, I decided to live with him and enroll in Wharton County Junior College. Our life, which had initially been disrupted by the death of my grandmother, and then the severe change in my other grandmother's mental health, was suddenly turned upside down. Over the next 9 months, we faced different challenges. Our schedules never became set, family time during the week was non-existent, but we were able to capitalize on the time that we were able to spend together. Our family is Jewish and observes the Sabbath from Friday night until Saturday night. Most weekends, friends who lived in our old neighborhood, in walking distance to our synagogue, would invite us to spend the weekend with them as a family. While families were incredibly welcoming, as Dorothy of the Wizard of Oz states best, there is no place like home. The special times occurred when friends were out of town for the weekend and allowed us to stay in their home. Even though the surroundings were different than our own home, it allowed a family to be together and spend quality time with one another. One of the benefits about not living together was that we missed one another. We appreciated things that we once took for granted. Importantly, we kept in close contact through cell phone and would routinely check on one another throughout the day, rather than simply waiting until the evening to catch up. In some ways, the experience drew our family closer. Similarly, we also felt closer to one another, as we always checked in with each other. Additionally, because we had fewer interactions, we had less time to fight, and despite the added stress, our disagreements were fewer. Oxford Dictionary defines stress as a state of a mental or emotional strain or tension resulting from adverse or demanding circumstances. Without question, the months following Harvey were the most stressful our family has endured. But we also had protective factors, things that were brought into our lives that helped to minimize the stress. The outpouring of help we received from friends, as well as some people we didn't know, was beyond heartwarming and provided me with a sense of gratitude which I did not think was possible. While we may experience post-traumatic disorder in times of stress, there is no substitute for how close it brought my family together.